For those of you unaware of what's been going on the last couple of weeks, first, oh god, you are so fucking lucky you have no idea. Second, there's been something of a game of political chicken going on. What's been happening is the Democrats have effectively been letting BLM and Antifa run wild in their states and their cities. And Trump has been saying, "Let me fucking send in the National Guard, you goddamn idiots." To which they always say no, and he doesn't do anything because he can't. The people don't seem to realize the executive branch that he is in charge of cannot do, the federal level executive branch cannot do that. They have to have the state level branch give them permission so that they can then send in soldiers, National Guard, state troops, whatever. That's the only way that that can happen. And if the state doesn't, then the feds cannot, unless they declare martial law or do some other kind of extreme action like that. And I think that that's actually what the Democrats were expecting to happen. If you've been on Twitter at all and you've seen tweets from the mayor of Seattle, every single day for almost 2 weeks straight now, she has been goading Trump to try and get him to send in the troops. The left wants that to happen. They want Trump to send in the troops without permission because they all the media has articles, the left has their tweets and speeches, etc., etc. They have those already up. They are foaming at the mouth, ready to use the images from that to say, "Aha! Look, he literally is Hitler. He's sending in soldiers against peaceful citizens." And he's not. He's not taken the bait, which is something they did not expect. This is why you see situations like the mayor of Seattle is now having to negotiate with Chaz or Chop or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves today in order to use taxpayer money to get the majority of her land back. That's not a joke. She is literally negotiating with terrorists because Trump has not taken her bait. And because she does not want to give permission to Trump to send the soldiers in, because that would be seen as a win for Trump and a loss for her or the Democrats. That's how fucking pathetic this is. They view sending in the soldiers to restore order as a win for Trump. Fuck the safety of your citizens. No, we gotta get a W over the big bad orange man. And I'm sure there will be someone that argues that whole negotiating with terrorists thing. She is. She is negotiating to get the majority of her land back, and she is going to use taxpayer money to build effectively infrastructure of some level in the new lower Chaz or Chop, whatever, zone area. Like a giant cement wall all around the area that they will still have. Because nothing says a territory like a wall, huh? Weird how it's okay when they do it, isn't it? I'm absolutely flabbergasted that we've gotten to this point, and I don't think the Democrats were expecting this at all. I think that they thought by even just the second day, Trump would just lose it and send in the troops against their wishes. And to Trump's credit, he has shown incredible restraint. He knows the limits of his authority and power, and he is not abusing them. This is a constant that we've seen with Trump. It's the same reason why he has not ordered states to open back up, because this is the states that have to do that. He has said, let them be open on Twitter, because that's his opinion. But he has not ordered from his position that they be opened back up, because he can't. Trump seems to realize fully what his abilities are, and he is not abusing that, to everyone's surprise. I'm reminded of a sort of a social test that I was told about that happened a while ago. Now, I haven't seen this for myself, so take it with a grain of salt, but it sounds like something that would have happened, and especially the results sound like what you would expect. So if anyone can find it and disprove it, I will be happy to say, well, there's egg on my face. I was wrong about that. But I've heard from friends that I believe that said that they have seen this, so I'm going to believe it. There was a social test, which was basically Republicans answering questions as they thought the Democrats would, and vice versa. So what would happen is they would first answer questions as themselves, as the baseline, and then they would answer questions as the opposite side to see if they understood how the opposite thought. Now, the Republicans, for as hyperbolic and as over-exaggerated as they often portrayed the Democrats, they actually scored about like 95% or so in answering as Democrats, because they don't dehumanize them. They don't think they're these big bad monsters. Generally, they think that they are wrong in how the government should be run or what the policies should be, but they still think of them as human. That's the big thing here. So they know how the Democrats think. They know why they think what they think, generally speaking. Whereas the Democrats scored about 5%. Because the Democrats of now think of the Republicans as these big, bad, evil monsters that want to kill everyone that isn't them. They've gone so far off the deep end, they can't view the Republicans as human, because that just goes against the idea of all of the hate and evil that they proclaim the Republicans have. So you see shit like this, and I think back to that test, and I think, yeah, this sounds about right. And we are going to see the full effects of this come November. I can guarantee you that. Every city and state where BLM and Antifa are allowed to run wild, I can guarantee you those are going to either see a huge increase in Republican votes, or they are going to full flip to Republican. This is a situation that I don't think the Democrats were expecting at all. They, like I said, I think that they expected Trump to just, after 2 days, say, okay, enough of this shit, and send in the guard. They didn't expect him to respect the authority that his position has. I know what's going to save the mayor of Seattle is that she is not up for election until next year, November of 2021. Otherwise, she would not win an election right now. I can guarantee you that. So the 6-month goldfish memory of people is what's going to save her. Other places that are up for election, ooh, they are probably really pissed at her right now, though. This is going to be a very huge wake-up call for the Democrats. And again, I kind of don't like that, because I don't like the thought of one party just having the supermajority in all regards, being able to do whatever the fuck they want. That is scary to me. It's bad enough that we only have a two-party system. I don't like the prospect of a one-party superpower system. That is fucking terrifying. So I'm saying this to the Democrats, fix your shit. I don't want to see the Republicans have an all-encompassing power like that. But you are giving it to them. People are going to remember that you are for dissolving the police, as we are seeing cities literally burn to the fucking ground. And there will be people that will very obviously argue, oh, they're not for dissolving the police, they're for defunding them. There's a difference. Minneapolis. Minneapolis kind of, well, they went out and did the thing a little bit early that they shouldn't have. I think that Minneapolis, because it's the first place where this really took off, they went straight for dissolve rather than defund, which is something that they were not supposed to do, but they just got really gung-ho about it. Ironic turn of phrase. And I think that the other Democrats are kind of pissed at that, because I've seen the narrative be, oh, no, we're not for dissolving the police. We just want to lower the funding that they receive. We want to transfer that to other programs, etc., etc. And then people point to Minneapolis and go, no. And they're like, shit. I think that the ultimate goal was they were going to end up dissolving the police, but over a several-year program. They're going to defund them more and more and more over several years to the point of dissolving them. But Minneapolis just went full-on, now we're going to dissolve, and that kind of destroyed their narrative. Because I have seen them on many occasions try to say, no, dissolve is not the goal here. Minneapolis. And I can show you that this is absolutely a factor of it's the Democrats that are allowing this. In North Carolina, Antifa tried to set up another autonomous zone in a town there. I forget the name of the town. It was broken up in a matter of hours because the mayor didn't allow it. The mayor said, shut it down. And the police shut it down. Weird that Chop, whatever, exists solely by permission of the mayor. And now the mayor is literally negotiating with terrorists to get her city back. Isn't that amazing? Democrats, I am begging you, please, stop this madness now. Let Trump send in the troops. Restore order. Save some level of face, or you will see a red wave come November, the likes of which we have never seen before. States, cities, counties that have not been red in decades, if not ever, are suddenly going to go red, and you are going to be why. There's no way of working around this. This is within the 6-month goldfish memory of the average voter. The centrists especially are going to remember this, and the middle that you need to get elected is not going to vote for you. I don't know how else to explain this. I only hope that the Democrats can stop this insanity before the election, because otherwise we are going to see the Republicans have a huge amount of power. And while some people may think that that is a great thing, I still am going to repeat myself. I don't, because I don't think any party should have a grand supermajority like I'm now kind of thinking the Republicans are gonna. One party unopposed to do whatever they want. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want the Democrats to have that. Why would you want the Republicans to have that? Even if you are a hardcore Republican and you think that nothing bad can happen from that, there are very many possibilities. Trust me. So I'm really hoping this gets fixed, but I've seen the Democrats the last few months, and hope is wasted on the hopeless. Let's just say. This has been Math Machine. Not really looking forward to the election in November, because this is going to be a fun, weird time. Peace out.